Hey there, comic book fans. I'm back from the comic shop again this week with 8 new comics. Nice, respectable number. Not, not a lot, like 13. 8. That's a pretty good, nice, respectable number. But I also got a bunch of free comic book day things thrown in, but they were free, so I'll look at it's funny, I was just giving away a bunch of old free comic book day things to my students, so I was cleaning stuff out. But let's start with the top of my printer comics. We've got Adventure into Fear, number 24. One I forgot I even had. Blade versus Morbius. That is a Gil Kane and John Romita cover. And Patty Cake. What issue number is this? Number 2. This is a comic from the 90s, and I think one into the early 2000s too, by Scott Roberts. They're not dolls, they're action figures. An all ages comic that was good. I enjoyed this one. I think Scott Roberts went on and did some Rugrats comic strips, but I'm not sure what he's been up to since then. Those were on the top of my printer. I got to look at the covers all week. Now I'll pick another 2. Let's see. What did I pick? What did I get? Everything was on my. I pulled off of my pull list. Nothing off of the shelves. Free Planet issue number 1. Who is this by? Aubrey Sitterson is the writer, and Jed Doherty is the artist. Vittorio Estone, the colorist, and Traver Esposito, the letterer. Don't know what this is about. I must have saw the first issue and said, that looks pretty good. On final order cutoff, and I ordered it. Didn't put it on my pull list. I think I just put it on the. Ordered the first issue, so we'll see how that is. Pretty neat cover. Another first issue, Vanishing Point, Science Fiction Illustrated, Mad Cave Studios. Another nice cover, Vanishing Point. Juan Doe and Mark Russell. Is this the one that's going to be writer Mark Russell, artist John Doe, letterer Carlos M. Mangual, Mike Martz, editor? Once again, I must have looked at it, said, "Hey, that looks kind of interesting." I usually, when I get a final order cutoff, which comes in like 5 weeks ago, I'll read the little blurb about it and see the cover or whatever, and sometimes I dive a little further and look on the internet, see if there's a little preview around. But like I said, I don't remember what it was about 5 weeks later, but another number 1 to try out. Uncanny Valley by Tony Fleece and Dave Watcher, number 9. This is the one about a kid who finds out he's part cartoon. So he ends up in this cartoon world. It looks like he's in jail now in this cartoon world. It's been fun. That's his grandfather, that Yosemite Sam looking guy. And there's some sort of turbulence going on in this cartoon world that he finds himself in the middle of. But it's been a fun series. What issue are we up to? Issue 9? It's been going for a little while. We got an issue number 2 of Plague House. I've liked both covers of these. Now, what was this about? Issue 1. It was like a haunted house story, I think. I can't even remember. Who's it by? Written by Michael W. Conrad, illustrated and lettered by Jave Chisholm. There we go. There's the. I remember liking the first issue. I don't know if I just put the second issue on my pull list or the whole series. I'll have to see next time I get final order cutoff for it. But I do enjoy that cover. I don't know, something about the house and the upside down guy. Nice imagery. Then we've got Jump Scare, issue number 3, Colin Bunn, Danny Luckert, and Jim Campbell. This is the one where an alien. It's a world with superheroes in it already, but like an alien invasion happened. Some of the aliens, the world's superheroes, defeated the aliens, but some of them stayed behind, and some mysterious energy stayed behind. And she got superpowers. Jump Scare. She can teleport short distances to jump scare you, and she can call upon the powers and weapons of horror movie monsters. So this is kind of a superhero horror movie story here. Good, like the first two issues. I'm sure I'll like three. Godzilla Heist. I don't know how many issues this is going. 4 maybe. Red Jump. Who's doing this one? Written by Van Jensen, art by Kelsey Ramsey. And this is about a guy who figured out how to call Godzilla to a certain time, to a certain place, and uses the distraction of Godzilla attacking a city to pull off a heist. Then he got in with these other gangsters who were pulling off a heist. So last we knew, they were in the middle of London getting wrecked by Godzilla trying to pull off a heist. Meanwhile, I think someone was prepping Mechagodzilla. A third number one. Oh, I got this one because it's Stefano Cardacelli. Well, this is the first thing I've seen done by him outside of Mad Cave. I like his art. It's a little expensive, too, at $6 from Keenspot. Who's doing this? Francesco Perillo, Stefano Cardacelli, Lorenzo Scaramella. But I've been buying his stuff lately, so I figured why not follow him over to here and see what he's. Don't run with. Oh, there's a bunch of Don't Run with Scissors covers on the back. And the final thing I paid for, still the free comic book day ones, is Mouse Guard. Battle Axe. I've never really collected Mouse Guard before. This is the first time I am. Mouse Guard at Dawn of the Black Axe. That's it. Issue 2. Rodriguez and Peterson. Liked the first issue a lot. They're always square in this size, the Mouse Guard. But like I said, I read maybe one Mouse Guard thing years ago, and I was kind of meant to get into it because it's a pretty good series. It's mice and their adventurers kind of thing. But I said, you know what? I'm just going to put this series on my pull list and give it a read. I think these are like $6 a piece, too. They're more expensive than usual. And here are my free comic book day ones. Let me just run through them quick because Fantastic Four, because there's the new Fantastic Four number 1. I had to get one Marvel or DC thing. What is this? New Fear. I have no idea what this is. Some horror line, I guess. Dark. Someone says Dark on the back. This is Boom Studios. I buy some Boom Studios stuff, so I may as well check out what they got coming on. Free Comic Book Day was this past Saturday. I don't usually go to Free Comic Book Day, but they're like, hey, want any of these leftover books? This is the new EC line from Oni Press, which I haven't liked a whole lot of, but we'll check out that free story. Black Mirror, that I got to go back and try and watch this show. I watched one episode of season 1, and I didn't think it was very good. Everybody's like, no, it gets better. So someday I'll go back and watch. I liked this cover, too. So thought it was a nice, colorful cover. What else is... Oh, there's a Will Eisner graphic novel biography coming out. So we'll see what that one's about. I used to play Street Fighter 2 in the 90s, so I'll check out what the comic books are. Chun-Li was my character of choice. Big Rig... Who is this? Is that rock star, they told me this. Post Malone, there we go. There's a Post Malone comic. I don't know. I barely know who Post Malone is. And, of course, The Phantom, which has been around forever, but I've never really read The Phantom. But we'll check out whatever's going on there. And Mark Spears' Monsters. His book has been hot for a while now. I have no idea who Mark Spears is. So I'm like, let me pick this up and see. And Godzilla, because I've been getting some Godzilla books here and there. So I picked that one up. And that's it. There's my batch of free comic book day stuff. Now let me show you, what do we got back here? We got the blue versions. I did these last week and told you I've been doing blue versions. Oh, let me move that off of there. It's clipped down. So there's the blue version of that one. There's the color version. I just kind of like making blue versions of them now. So I started making blue. This is... Last night I dreamt I had a true love, it says there. This is that. The whole series says the same thing. Last night I dreamt I had a true love. So there's the old blue version. There's the color version. So I've been working on... These are all made on paper and ink and then computer colored. Let me see, do I have one of the ink versions here? Oh, this is a later one. So this is what I do on paper, and then everything else gets done, whoops, digitally. Stay. So I have those clipped down. I have so many of them on there, they fall over. These little drawing board clips. Put that one over there. They can wreck a print, though. You got to watch out for those. I think I already wrecked this one print. There's too many stuff, and up in the corner, I got a little mash. Oh well. All right. There was some art for you, some comic books, and you guys have a good week out there.